let us check the advantages of IC analysis. IC analysis can display the layers or units in a sentence, and it can show how units are hierarchically arranged to form a sentence. So a sentence is not arranged in a linear manner. On the other hand, a sentence has units and there is a hierarchy in the arrangement of the units, and we understand this when we analyze it using the IC analysis. IC analysis can disambiguate certain constructions. For example, Russian history teacher. Now, you can have two IC analysis for this in order to show two ICs or two meanings for this. For example, you can use box diagrams, or you can use tree diagrams, you can use topless boxes, you can use flower brackets in order to show how the same sentence can have two different meanings. So in this way, you can disambiguate certain constructions using IC analysis. Let us take this Russian history teacher once again. Now, if you're going to give a cut after history, it becomes the teacher who teaches Russian history. Now, if you're going to give a cut after Russian, then it means the history teacher is a Russian. Okay, so the two meanings, one is the teacher who teaches Russian history. The second meaning will be the teacher who is Russian. So these, using box diagrams or using tree diagrams, you can disambiguate the sentence, and you can show two IC analysis for the same sentence, and in this way you can disambiguate the sentence. Now I have just given a few sentences here which you can try to disambiguate for yourself. One is Egyptian cotton shirt, stout major's wife. The next one, old men and women. The last, the pen on the table that belongs to me. Okay, so this can be an assignment for you, which you'll be doing and returning it to me very soon. So let's first discuss this, and then you can try doing it on your own. I shall be giving you more examples in the coming videos as well. So let's talk about Egyptian cotton shirt. Now, where can you give a cut? You're going to give a cut after Egyptian, then it means the cotton shirt that was made in Egypt. Now, if you are planning to give a cut after cotton, then it means the shirt that was made of Egyptian cotton. Okay, so you need to use two, you can use box diagrams or you can use tree diagrams in order to represent these. The next one, stout major's wife. It means, okay, now if you're going to give a cut after stout, it means the major's wife is stout. Now, you're planning to give a cut after major's, then it can mean the wife of a stout major. Okay, so it's not the wife who is stout, but it is the major who is stout. So in this way, IC analysis can disambiguate certain constructions. The next I have given is old men and women. You can give a cut after old, and it can mean both men and women are old. Now, if you give a cut after men, it can mean only men are old and not women. The next one, the pen on the table that belongs to me. You're planning to give a cut after pen. It means the pen which is kept on the table that belongs to me, which means that the table belongs to me. Now, you're going to give a cut after table. The pen on the table that belongs to me. It means that It is not the table that belongs to me, but it is the pen that is kept on the table which belongs to me. So in this way, IC analysis can disambiguate certain sentences. Now let's talk about disadvantages of IC analysis. IC analysis cannot handle the problem of ambiguity. Now there are certain constructions like hunting dogs. Now it can you can only have the cut after hunting here, right? Okay, binary cut. In IC analysis, you always have binary cut. So you can only have a cut here after hunting. And it can convey only one meaning, that is dogs that hunt. But actually, there are two meanings for it. Hunting dogs. It can mean someone hunting the dogs, where dogs will be the object of the sentence. Or it can be dogs that hunt. In that case, dogs will be the subject of the sentence. But IC analysis can only show one meaning, that is, dogs that hunt. Okay, so it cannot handle the problem of ambiguity. Again, another one, beautiful girls' toys. Now, when you talk about this sentence, the ambiguity arises due to differences in bracketing. For example, you have a cut after beautiful, then it means the girls' toys are beautiful. Now, you're planning to have a cut after girls, it means that toys that belong to beautiful girls. Now, IC analysis can only show one of the meanings, or if you want to show both the meanings, you will have to use two different IC analysis for this sentence. So, one IC analysis cannot show both the meanings. So that is a disadvantage of IC analysis. This problem was solved by means of phrase structure grammar and later TG grammar, which we shall be talking about in our coming videos. Now, ambiguity can be found at three levels. One is the lexical ambiguity. Now, this comes when one word can have more than one meaning. For example, you have a word like bank in a construction. It can mean the river bank or it can be the financial institution. Now, IC analysis cannot tell us which meaning is used. Okay, so that is an example for lexical ambiguity. Then you have constructional ambiguity. This arises due to difference in layering or bracketing. Like I think I have discussed this sentence with you, like old men and women. If we give a cut after old, it means both men and women are old, or if you have a cut after men, it means only men are old and not women. So both the meanings cannot be conveyed using a single IC analysis. Again, visiting relatives can be a nuisance. Now you have a cut after visiting, and then it means to visit relatives. That is a nuisance. And then if you have a cut after relatives, it means relatives who visit can be a nuisance for the family. The next one is what is known as the derivational ambiguity. This arises because the same consequence function differently, and this ambiguity cannot be handled by means of IC analysis. For example, love of God. Here, God can stand for the subject and it means God's love for someone, or love of God can also mean someone's love for God, okay, where someone is the subject. So there are two meanings for this phrase, love of God, and these two meanings cannot be conveyed by means of IC analysis. Now, constructional homonymy as well as constructional ambiguity as well as derivational ambiguity. These two ambiguities are together known as what is known as the structural homonymy. Okay, so that is what I wanted to say, and Let's talk about the next disadvantage, the problem of discontinuity. Now, a construction cannot be cut into two sometimes, because words that or units that go together may be separated in the sequence. Now, this phenomenon is what is called as discontinuity. For example, you have an interrogative sentence like, is John coming? Now, this is a variation of the sentence, John is coming, isn't it? The simple sentence, John is coming. And this interrogative sentence is just a derivative of that. So, actually, is and coming should go together, and John should be separate. But IC analysis cannot show is coming together and John separate, because John in this sentence comes between is and coming. So there is a problem of discontinuity there. Again, let us take the case of phrasal verbs. Okay, like made up. A phrasal verb like made up. Now, in a sentence like she made the whole story up, made and up are separated by a few other words in between. Now, there is no way to show made up as a single constituent. These made and up will go into two different constituents. So, there again, there is a problem of discontinuity. Again, the problem of embedding. Look at the sentence. The boy who won the prize is my cousin. Now, here another sentence is embedded into a single sentence. For example, the boy who won the prize is my cousin has got two sentences in it. One is the boy is my cousin. The second one is the boy won the prize. But then IC analysis cannot show that these are two different sentences. Okay, so that is a problem of IC analysis.